Hello everyone, welcome to the course Production Planning and Control. I'm Ji-Hong Yan with the Department of Industrial Engineering, School of Mechatronics Engineering, Harbin Institute of Technology. Let's get started from the first chapter, Chapter 1, Introduction. Before we go into details, let's take a look at an example, which is what is happening, the COVID-19. And this is the corresponding facial mask, and the daily output rate is 20 million. This is for the year 2019. And let's take a look at the current situation. With the epidemic, this year, the demand rate turns out to be 500 millions. Obviously, the capacity cannot meet the current demand. What should we do? Actually, as we know, first of all, a straightforward method would be improve the resource utilization. That means improve the efficiency of what we have on hand. Another way would be to create new production lines, as BYD did, and also increase the purchase. Another way is, currently, our government generated a new platform for the resource allocation. So all these ways work together. And by the end of April this year, 2020, the daily output turns out to be 116 million. So, in less than 1 month, the daily output of masks in China has been increased 12 times. That's huge. And in all the process, production planning and control is crucial. And it's all about the functionalities of production planning and control. The course objectives. Actually, as we just introduced, production planning and control is very important. And by this course, we're going to introduce the techniques needed in production planning and control. And with this course, help the guys to understand the relationship between different aspects of manufacturing and the role of production planning and control. Course overview. From the title of this course, planning is a key word. Actually, in our daily life, we use planning everywhere. For example, the schedule for our classes. We have to do the plan for multiple courses in advance, right? And from operations perspective, planning is also very important. And when we get started with planning, the horizon, the time axis is very important. What's your interesting time horizon? Is for long term, medium term, or short term? For long term, of course, is strategic, right? It could be up to 5 years or even more. And from long-term standpoint, it's a kind of capacity planning. And it reflects in process choice. And from medium-term standpoint, which is also called aggregate planning. So specifically, we have to give some detailed information about the corresponding facilities and resources that we have to have on hand to meet the corresponding demand. And the unit could be in year. And for short term, it's operational planning. It's also called as down to the earth planning, shop floor. And every day we have the corresponding task to assign on shop floor, right? And we have to do the monitoring to see what's going on with the implementation of all the tasks. And if there are errors on our expectation, that means we're going to miss the deadline. Then we have to do the correction. So this is the short term. And actually, the planning for each tier is strongly connected, right? The final goal is our long term. And we have to disaggregate the long term into applicable level. So this is all about different tiers of planning. And recently, from government level, we have a very big plan, right? China Manufacturing 2025. And since we are in manufacturing, our background is manufacturing. So from mechanical engineering standpoint, some key areas related to our study might be robotics and intelligent manufacturing, right? That's also a kind of plan. Then we have to finish it in 10 years. Actually, it's initiated in the year 2015. And that's a 10-year plan for our country in manufacturing. And actually, we have 3 phases of plan. The first phase is for 2025, next 2035, until 2045. That's a long-term plan.